Definitely an ugly truth.
No, buddy. How could it
Everybody
possibly
say it
be?
with me.
WB.
What is going on, everyone? Friendly Neighborhood Fanboys here,
Hi
and
there.
we are back.
We're back,
The
baby.
kids are
We are
back.
back in the podcast space, boys.
We are
I'm
back.
excited.
I'm super fired up. We haven't done something like this. Actually, FNF started out as a podcast, so
Yep.
you know what? Like,
We're going back to our roots
going
today.
back to our roots. Even though 3 people listened to it
yeah.
back in the
And
day.
we did like
Yeah.
3 episodes of a podcast.
Yeah.
We actually have more people on the podcast than we do listeners.
Exactly. If you're checking in on YouTube, though, if you could go hit that like button, it really does help us out. And subscribe to the channel if you want to see more podcast segments like this and more reactions and reviews that we have to offer. So without further ado, let's get into it, boys. Speaking of bombs, Invincible has been out for a while now. We won't get deep into it because, like, if you haven't watched Invincible, just go watch it. But I was curious. There's always been ramblings of live action versions of it. So who would you guys cast as Omni-Man?
Ooh.
Who did I say to you, Ben? It was the guy who plays Bruce Wayne's dad in BVS.
Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
Yes.
Dean Morgan.
Yeah.
That would
That'd be great.
He would be, he would be cool, but that's,
I feel like he plays that character in everything
That's
he's in.
just, that's
He's
who
just
he
an
is.
asshole with a mustache.
yeah, literally.
That's just who he is.
literally.
Yeah, exactly.
I honestly think he'd be incredible, to be honest.
Oh, he would be.
yeah.
He would be for sure.
Tom Selleck probably would be good.
Tom Selleck.
Tom Selleck has a stash for
Yeah,
it.
100%.
Dan has a stash
I was gonna say,
for it.
I cast myself.
I would cast Dan.
Outcast man for sure.
I was gonna say. Oh, sorry, man.
No, go for it.
Buddy, please.
No.
Okay. Well,
After you.
Okay. Thank you, man. Thank you for your contribution.
Go lie. Yep.
A beautiful lie.
Anyway.
Definitely an ugly truth.
No, buddy. How could it
Everybody
possibly
say it
be?
with me.
WB. We all freeze and die.
Anyway, who would you cast as Omni-Man?
Well, it would never happen because obviously he just played a very similar role. But like I saw a Boss Logic graphic of fucking Henry with the mustache
sure.
in the Omni-Man suit.
sure.
I'm like, I can't unsee that visual. Again, I know obviously it
And
wouldn't
take his
happen.
stash from what was the movie? Was it
Mission
Mission
Impossible.
Impossible.
Yeah.
True.
Stash gate.
Basically, take any of his
2021.
footage. Basically, take any of his footage from the Joss Whedon reshoots, and then that's your
Yeah,
Invincible.
literally.
That's
Yeah,
your
true.
Omni-Man. That's your Omni-Man.
Put
right
the
there.
mustache back on. Don't put the shitty floating lip back. in, you know,
Exactly.
That's incredible.
I wanted to see John Hamm. I think he
that's
has
great
casting.
It's
John
like that
Hamm would be a good
classically handsome, but he's still a fucking imposing motherfucker,
the
and he has a
voice, too.
great voice for it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's what separates him to me.
that's a good call.
J.K. Simmons' voice in Invincible is unreal,
It's great.
Yeah.
right? Like,
It's
he's so
great.
good as Omni-Man.
I
It's
can't
great. They have some-
who would you
unhear though.
cast,
Like,
Oh man, honestly, I don't really have like an original idea. Like, I think John Hamm would be best. I do like the idea of Jeffrey Dean Morgan though. That would be like.
But I
that'd be
like what you said
hilarious.
about John Hamm though being kind of like the right position for it because Jeffrey Dean Morgan's old as fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
John Hamm's like just at that sweet age, I feel like, where he could pull off like you've seen a ton of renders of John Hamm. It's like him with like the gray on his sideburns and like I don't know. He just has
Yeah.
that like look.
Yeah.
He can just be like a
And
piece
the
of
demeanor
shit.
as
You
well.
seen him in Baby Driver?
Yeah,
Like that kind of demeanor. Like
yeah, he's got that demeanor. For
Exactly,
It, for sure.
yeah.
Even
Yeah.
too like what's the TV show he's in?
Mad Men.
Mad Men.
Yeah.
Like that
Right.
kind of just like I'm the best ever.
Yep.
Don't fuck with me.
Incredible.
yeah.
I love
Honestly, fucking J.K. Simmons though is so yoked now that he could probably just
Dude,
put on
guys,
a mustache and a wig and
guys
just
are
go.
ripped. Guys are ripped.
it. Yeah.
Yeah,
I love his wig in Justice League.
Oh, it's the best.
Amazing.
yeah, it's the best.
It's incredible.
He is the best Commissioner Gordon.
GYM
That's
Gordon.
great for
I don't
Yeah,
know
we
about
get
you guys
3
though.
minutes.
Like I can't unsee his J. Jonah Jameson. Like that laugh when he's talking to fucking Peter, and he's like when he fucking Peter's like, I want a job, and he just fucking laughs in his face. I just always see that
it's
in
incredible.
every
Can I be
single.
honest? I can't unsee him in Whiplash.
And Whiplash.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I always see him as Whiplash.
Yeah.
Are you rushing or are you dragging?
Count again.
yeah. It's basically Omni-Man if he was a drum teacher.
Literally.
Yeah, literally. literally.
Except instead of
He
like
was a
slapping him, he just
drum
takes his
teacher.
head clean off.
Sing.
It's the movie Drumline with
Yeah.
with Omni-Man in it.
But the Invincible show was like I was I recently finished it. We were all late to the party, but I was pretty blown away by it. Like it was phenomenally paced. I thought
It's fucking sweet.
That first episode, the hook at the end just fucks you up.
Oh yeah, it was
Like,
yeah,
oh,
it
this is
was
a cute
crazy.
show.
It was crazy.
Yep.
If
Gonzo.
anyone's actually curious too, we have here
Yeah.
an issue of Invincible #1. They just reprinted this. I believe it was either last week or the week before. I can't quite remember. I actually, so like I kind of, when Invincible was announced as an Amazon Prime show, I kind of already knew about it because when I was like maybe 10 or 12 or something like that, I read like the first like 3 or 4 trades because it's been like, you know, like the series has been going on for like 15 years. It only recently ended a couple years ago. But from what I remembered, like the trades were like awesome. Like I got really deep into it. Fell off randomly. I don't know why. But if anyone's curious as to see like where the actual source material came from, you can go pick up Invincible #1. It was by Image Comics. Yeah, they reprinted it. It's pretty cool. Or just go pick up the trade because the trade is like getting into like the actual comics. Like I remember the lore ran like super deep and like the character arcs were like super deep and everything. And I don't know. I think the show does a really good job at kind of capturing that and developing the characters and all the subplots in like a really good way for like a show. They had a lot of like really crazy voice actors on there.
Oh, yeah.
The biggest, like, most well-known cast ever.
Like I literally like the last episode, I didn't realize that Seth Rogen was like that one alien that like comes like,
Yeah,
to Earth
Yeah.
and shit. Like you know, like Zazie Beetz is like Amber.
Oh, true.
Yeah,
I didn't even realize
bro,
that.
Mahershala Ali.
Yeah, stud.
Like
who
man,
does
so
he-
The
The
guy that
guy
does
with the
robot.
rock.
What's his name?
Oh,
True,
Zachary
yeah,
Quinto
yeah,
as
Zachary
Zachary
Quinto,
Quinto.
yeah.
Yeah. Mark Hamill as the guy who's making the suits.
Yep.
Yeah,
I
that's
forget his
sick.
name. Sandra Oh as Debbie. Like
Jeff
unreal.
Bezos, just throwing the cash at this show.
100%.
Yeah, Robert Kirkman didn't actually write Invincible. It was Jeff Bezos.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Jeff Bezos
Written
is
and
the one who did
directed.
it.
He actually drew it too. You know,
Yeah.
yeah. He hand animated.
He
it
hand
himself.
animated in his own blood.
Yeah.
So go watch Invincible, Jeff Bezos' greatest work of art, and his brainchild and everything.
Thanks for sticking around. And again,
you.
if you hit that like button, it really does help us out. And subscribe to the channel if you want to see more podcast segments and reactions and reviews like this. And we will see you next time on the Friendly Neighborhood Fanboys and Friendly Neighborhood Fanboys podcast. That's a lot of words. Take it easy.
We'll
See
see
you
you
guys.
guys later.